Hey guys, right, a little bit more. I've got one fork leg all built up, ready to go, polished up. I'm just on the other one now, so I've dressed all the alloy castings up, which, as you can probably guess, we're in a bit of a mess. Not too bad though. So I'm about to do that on the other one, get that somewhere safe. So it's this line here, as you can see, that is normally all over the place. So that's been dressed back in. And then we have sort of round these parts, that's normally a bit of a mess. So I've done what I can with that. That's the inside, which you can't really see. So we'll just tidy these little bits up. They've got a bit of texture to them, so we'll get them tidy. But the main part from the outside is all polished, ready to go. These are obviously where the front mudguard would have been. As with all the bobbers I build, I don't put a front mudguard on, but I don't sever them lugs off, so anyone who owns the bike can put a front mudguard on if they wish. What I do is make some little brackets on these that serve another purpose, to make it look like the lugs are there for a reason, which we will cross that bridge when we get to it, and I'll show you what I do. In the meantime, get them on out of the way, and we will dress the castings up on this one. That line is already done. We just got to do these little bits here, dress them up, and then we'll give it a polish. I'm only polishing the bits that you can see. I'm not polishing this top bit, because that, as soon as the fork shrouds go over that, that's never to be seen again. You can only sort of probably see from so far down, so no point in doing this. Plus that bit is up and down in the fork shroud, and the polishing won't last anyway. Right, let's get that tidied up. So yeah, we'll be doing this face here. I don't know if you can see how rough that is. We shall dress all that in, and probably dress this end bit in, get it in shot, shall I? You see how a bit chewed up that is, so we'll get that looking a lot neater. And that's about it on this one. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's the inside. That's the outside that we can see. So we'll probably sort this out a bit as well. And to do that, we'll do the trusty old belt sander. Just basically run that down like so. Obviously watching we don't slip and take gouges out the main fork leg. Put a bit of a radius in that. Right, pretty much got that roughed out in a better shape. So we'll just finish it off with a polisher now. Probably doesn't look very good at the minute, but the polishing should sort that out. Right, moving forward to the following day. Yeah, more interruptions. Never mind. I am 100% having this weekend off. I don't care. I don't care who wants something doing. I am having this weekend off. Oh dear. But I'm still working, sort of. But it's something for me, for a change. I'm going to start my van. I've been meaning to start this van, as in kit the back of it out. So the very start of the project is really cheap, and it just gets more expensive as it goes along. So I'm going to make a start by clearing all the stuff out of it and doing all the panel whites and putting the sound deadening in. Well, probably not that this weekend, but sealing all the panels, and it basically stops the noise. So I'm going to do all that this weekend, and I am going to film that because when I first got the van I did say I'd share the project, but that is going to go on the other channel, the DH Adventure channel, and the links in the bottom of each video of this channel. So I'm going to start that. I'm going to do something for myself, and I'm going to chip away at that van until it's done. It's going to be done in a certain way where I can still get a bike in the back, so it'll be sort of my little mobile hotel, my little home. I'll have some security. I'll have my own little place where no one can bother me. Anyway, let's get this done. Okay, we've got to get the seals out. So in these, there's 2 seals in each one. So you have a seal, a spacer, and a seal, and then this flimsy little locking ring. So we're going to get the old seals out. I do believe there is like a pulling tool for this, because they can be a proper pain to get out. And if you haven't got the tool, like I haven't, there is a bit of a way to do it. It looks a bit like butchery, but it works, and it saves you breaking the bottom of the forks, because I've seen a few people that have took to putting a screwdriver down at an angle and levering them out and then breaking a big chunk of the aluminium off, and then they're scrap. So I'll show you how I do it. It probably doesn't look the best, but it works, and it stops you breaking your forks. Right, bit of a cloth on the floor. Probably should have done this before I polished it, really, but hey-ho. Chisel, and without chiseling the alloy, just go for the rubber, and it sort of relieves, because they are proper tight. Just do that in a couple of places. And eventually it will go. I'm not putting much pressure on this, by the way. Just enough to start feeding it out. There we go. That's one. The spacer, which I've got new ones, I've replaced the lot. Right, same with the next one. Get out. There we are. Yeah, I know it doesn't look... Where are you all? Hello. Yeah, I know that doesn't probably look very good, but they are proper in strong, and if you start really wrenching on the side like that, I say I've not done it myself. If I had, I'd own up to it, you know that. But I've had a few people send me pictures saying, what should I do here? And I've gone, you've tried to lever your seals out, haven't you, with a screwdriver? They're like, yes. It breaks a massive chunk of this away. Probably the correct thing to do is probably to buy the tool that pulls them out. Right, we'll give inside there a bit of a clean. Make sure we've got no obstructions. We're all good. Where's the oil? Put a bit of oil around it. Rag back on the floor. And one of them super special sockets that fits perfectly. So you're tapping the strong part of the seal and not dragging the actual blade of the seal. There we go. That's one. Then the little spacer. Drop a bit more oil in because that first one will be dragged it all the way. Dragged. There's a fit. That's what I've always wanted to ask that. Dragged. You know how we say dragged? Like we dragged the car out the ditch or something like that. The Americans say drugged. We're going to drug it out. That don't sound right, does it? Obviously it does to American people. Sorry if you're American, it's just a question. I drugged the car out the ditch. I drugged it out the ditch. I gave it a load of special pills. Okay, ready to do the rest of it. Get the little clip in first. Make sure it's in the little recess for it. Yep, sorted. Another drop more oil around there. And it's lining that up with a hole in the bottom. Get me rag back across on the floor. There we go. Right, that bit is sometimes a right pain to get through. There's a little threaded section that's got to come through the bottom for us to get a seal, a washer and a nut on. So basically this bit here, now sometimes it comes through easy when you press the forks down, like this one is. Oh, the other one didn't. There we go, just see a little bit of thread. What's best to do now is just spin the nut on and that'll pull it up and take it off and put all the washers on. Let me go and find the nut. Got it. Right, we'll pull that up with the nut, just the nut to start with. And then we'll take the nut back off. That's it, it's not doing, I'm just checking the threads. When you start feeling resistance, it's best just check you are not tearing the threads out instead of pulling that up through the hole. And that seems fine. Alright, all good, let's get the washers on. Little fibre washer first. There's a little aluminium washer. There we go. Sorted. Two forks. Oh, right. Moving forward again. Oh, nearly had another disaster. A terrible one. Nothing to do with the bike this time. I'll explain in a minute, but we'll catch up with the bike first. So, yeah, moving forward, we have both fork bottoms in. Happy with the way it's looking. We've got, obviously, as you know, I didn't really polish these bits. As the bike sits on the ground, the shrouds will come over to these bits and hide them. So that's all sorted. As we got the front panel on, nice polished stainless bolts. These go all the way through. I can't remember if I've explained some of these bits before on the video, because this is actually the following day again, because of the problem I had. Anyway, as you can see, the front end's on. Very, very pleased how it's coming along now. Very, very pleased. And we also have a result. We have another chrome ring coming. So we are going chrome, which many of you will be happy with, because a lot of you said it looks much better in chrome, and it will go with the rest of the bike. So within a few more days, we're going to have wheels in this bike, at least one anyway, because the other chrome rim is on the way. So yeah, it really is coming on leaps and bounds now, because as soon as we've got the wheels in, we're literally wiring it. And there's a few more bits to get, like handlebars, speedo and meter. So I've still got to purchase some bits. And no doubt there's a few other things going on. I've got new brake shoes. I've got new brake shoes coming for the rear wheel as well. So there is, yeah, still quite a bit of spending to do on it, I'm afraid. But we want this right. I'm not cutting corners now. So, and it's parts that we need. The bike can't be finished without them. And then we've got to send the painting off, which will be done as I'm wiring. So yeah, the painting's all got to be sorted out as well. So there's still a bit of time and expense on the bike, but we're going to have it nice. We're going to have it right. Anyway, I was filming the forks. I was filming putting the fork bottoms in, and then disaster struck. The GoPro started smoking. No, it wasn't sat there with its feet up having a cigarette relaxing. It was literally smoking. So instant panic. I switched it off and opened the battery compartment. I could not get the battery out. To start with, GoPros, let me find a battery. No, let's not find a battery, because where are they? Oh, I don't know. GoPros have like a little tab on the battery that you get hold of to pull the battery out. Well, I've done that, and the end of the battery came off. Literally with hardly any force at all, it just comes straight off. There's the little tab, look. You can see that. You grab hold of them and that's what you pull the battery out with. It was the battery trying to set itself on fire. Then I couldn't get the battery out. It was swollen up inside the GoPro and I couldn't get it. Look at this. It's a proper GoPro battery as well. It ain't no aftermarket thing or copy. This was direct from GoPro. So, because it has swollen up, and it's not that old, this battery, less than a year old, I had to screw this great big screw, because it was the first thing I could get to hand and the first thing I could think about. Get a screwdriver, screw this into the battery really quick and drag it out the GoPro. It didn't come straight out. I had to shuffle it around, pull it around, up and down, sideways, and eventually drag it out the GoPro. That was a nightmare. I have never known that. I've never heard stories of that. I've never experienced that. I have no clue what's gone on. Maybe I should contact GoPro. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's left of the battery. Even that was trying to grip hold of inside the GoPro and wouldn't come out. As you can see, I've torn all the outer layer off it, trying to drag it out. Nice one. I'm hoping, obviously I'm filming on the camera now, I won't know till it's I've gone down and put it in the computer. Hopefully it's all okay, because that's something I could really do without. I have got a backup GoPro, but it's not as good as this one. Well, I say that, this one's just tried to set itself on fire. Well, the battery has. I don't know if it's a thing with these GoPro 10s, but I have had this overheat a couple of times and switch itself off. But it didn't switch itself off when it was trying to set itself on fire, so I find that really odd. Anyway, hopefully we're all okay, and maybe at some point, as and when I can, I should get a backup GoPro 10. Oh dear. Anyway, we're getting there bit by bit. We'll keep ploughing through any disasters. They're not going to beat me. But yeah, I'm pleased with the way it's coming out. I really am. I think in the next few days we should have wheels going in the bike. One at least. Obviously we're still waiting for the other one to come. So that'll be a big step forward. It's always a nice moment when the wheels go on a build. It's a massive tick in the box, that is. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously we've got them funny tyres to go on, which will obviously add to the bike. Some of you like them, and I think it's probably some of you won't like them, but it's just a bit of fun. Where are we? We are in a mess at the minute. Yeah, we will be putting a bit of tyre paint on them, just for a bit of fun. I did put tyre paint on one of them, but it was only one layer, so it's all peeled off. I have got some better quality tyre paint now, so I'll get that done. Yeah, so hopefully some wheels on the bike in the next video. If, like I say, definitely one. I've got brake shoes coming. I think I've got the front. Is it the rear set of brake shoes I've already got? So yeah, the front brake shoes are on the way as well. Yeah, I'm a bit worn out. I just want a normal week. Just one normal week where absolutely nothing goes wrong. That would be wonderful. I am definitely having this weekend off, although I am doing the van. I think I've mentioned that. I'm getting my van sorted, so, well, the start of it, the cheap side of it, with sealing a few bits up and cleaning it out. Anyway, I think that'll do. I can't think of nothing else, so yeah, next video, hopefully, wheels. I've got to true that one up now. At least that hasn't got to come apart now. I can just get it trued up. So we'll put the bearings in and get that sorted and get it in the bike. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that, I really am. Yeah, I think that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.